A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. United States Constitution, Second Amendment. The debate over gun control stems from this right given to the people by the Second Amendment. As the debate over gun control has evolved over time, the split has grown more diverse than the pro-gun or anti-gun control beliefs, but has crossed into one that is divided more by geographical areas. These two viewpoints differ greatest between the typically stricter northeastern states like Massachusetts or New York, and the more lenient areas in the South like Georgia or Arizona. I've lived in Atlanta and Boston and have experience with the gun cultures in both, and living in both brings up the question, why have the gun cultures in these two areas developed so differently? I have family from both areas, except only my relatives in Georgia own guns or go hunting. In Atlanta, there are gun shows every other weekend, where in Massachusetts, there are only 3 or 4 in the state for the entire year. When the topic of straw purchases are discussed by the media, it is focused more on criminals from the north driving down to gun shows and bringing them back illegally, not driving up to more lenient states like New Hampshire to bring guns down. Where the Walmarts in Massachusetts do not sell any firearms, but down in areas like Richmond or outside Atlanta, every Walmart will sell guns. One can say the demand for guns are different, but maybe it's more that the laws are the reason the two cultures have divided so greatly. In Virginia, to receive a concealed carry permit, the gun owner just has to meet a few criteria, or in Arizona, individuals can bring guns to political rallies. But in New Jersey, it is near impossible to be granted the permit. Out of the 8 million people in New Jersey, only 1,000 have received permits. Maybe when someone from Boston watches the news about a crime involving a gun, they think that stricter laws would have prevented them, while someone from Atlanta thinks that if the criminals have guns, shouldn't the law-abiding citizen also have one to protect themselves? And so they go to one of the many gun stores and purchase a handgun. Or is it the laws are just a byproduct of how people are raised and accustomed to gun culture? I've lived most of my life in Boston. I've never bought a gun, been to a firing range, or even see a true gun store. And it's not because I dislike guns, but because I've never been exposed firsthand to them. Because guns aren't a big part of my life, stricter gun laws will not take away from any activities I enjoy. But do you think avid hunters who have hunted from the time they were 10 with their dad would allow a law to take the rifle away in a hobby they cherish? No, so maybe as time has gone on, the exposure to guns have become greater in areas like Atlanta and less in the suburbs of Boston. The debate has also changed to how much gun is too much gun. No one would deny a safe, smarter hunter his rifle, but would someone in New York whose only experience from guns is negative think that people should have the right to own semi-automatic Uzis or an M16? As the issue continues, people who love their guns will continue to fight to keep them, while others will fight for laws they believe will keep their families safe from gun violence, leading to the gun control issue becoming an even more polar debate.